Hey guys, in today's quick tip video, we're talking about intimacy, specifically the infamous honeymoon phase. When couples see a decrease in their intimacy, they often blame this phase. While there might be some truth to this phase, some couples still maintain a satisfying sexual relationship regardless of what phase their relationship is in. That's the topic of today's video, how to maintain or increase your intimacy. Let's get to work. The honeymoon phase is an interesting phase in relationships, the time frame of which seems to be varied between couples. I've heard some people talk about it as the first 6 months of a relationship. I've heard some people say the first 7 years of a relationship. I think either way, the point is, it's the phase in the relationship where things are fun, things are lighthearted, you don't see too much conflict, you have all those great hormones going, so it's just really fun, lighthearted energy to the relationship. In my world, I call this phase limerence. It's the first phase of a relationship. It's where love grows and it's just fun. When I think about the honeymoon phase though, people talk about it as if they're losing something when they leave it. I want to challenge that thought for this video. Think about the honeymoon phase or limerence or whatever name you want to call it. I want you to think about that as the first phase of love. The second phase is building trust. So perhaps there might be a decrease in intimacy, there might be more conflict. It's because we're starting to navigate these new waters of building trust with one another, which then leads you to the third stage of commitment. So instead of thinking about what we're losing, I want you to think about what you're gaining. You're moving out of limerence into building trust, which is also a beautiful part of the relationship. That being said, if you're seeing a decrease in intimacy, I still have 10 tips for you for maintaining or increasing intimacy regardless of what phase you're in. The next 10 tips I have for you are specific behaviors you can do that are tied to the spectrum of intimacy. When I say spectrum, I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about everything that helps with passion, helps with intimacy, and ideally can positively impact sex as well. My first tip is spending quality time together. Number 2, purchase a special gift regardless of the price for your partner. Sometimes when I think about gift giving, there's a lot of couples talk about the pressure of finding this great gift. I want to take the pressure off of that for you. Regardless of the price, purchase something special for your partner. The third is acknowledging their hard work, whether that's at the workplace or at home. Fourth tip is to be open, honest, and warm with one another. A good reminder as to why we're in this relationship, why I love you, communicating with this warmth regardless of the conversation topic. Number 5, talk about everyday experiences. Sometimes we get so focused on the conflict, on our goals, that we forget about everyday experiences, that connections can happen when we talk about our days. Number 6 is create a shared goal, a shared vision for the future, perhaps even a shared mission statement for the relationship. Number 7, explore common interests, When I think about common interests, perhaps it's sparked by one person's individual interest to see if it fits for the other, or perhaps you want to explore something totally new together. Number 7 is explore, I just wrote that one. Number 8, celebrate your partner's successes. This one I really enjoy because it's again putting your partner in the spotlight, really praising them for what they have going on, and also remembering the good times within the conflict. Number 9, lean on one another during times of stress. Sometimes when you're in stressful situations, you put up walls, you want to protect your partner. And instead of it feeling like a protection, your partner feels the walls. So instead, lean on one another. You can protect one another by supporting the weight that you carry throughout the day. And number 10, give one another grace instead of holding grudges when in a challenge. Be patient with one another. Give this grace, give this understanding that they're experiencing this challenge, and knowing what it's like to be in a challenge yourself. Give patience to your partner just as you would want for you. I'm guessing some of you are surprised that my 10 tips don't include targeting sex specifically. There's a reason for that. If we're targeting intimacy, then we want to target the full spectrum of intimacy. In fact, research tells us when couples feel loved, admired, appreciated by their partner, they also report higher levels of passion and sex in the relationship. This admiration, this communicating love to one another is heavily tied to our sexual connection. So when you want to target sex, sometimes we get so targeted on sex that there's pressure to then be intimate with one another. So I want to take the pressure off. I want you to think about a fuller picture of intimacy to impact your connection every day, and also to positively impact your connection in the bedroom. If you have one takeaway from this video, it's that intimacy must be nurtured. Even if you've had great intimacy in the past or it's going well now, it must be nurtured for you to have intimacy for the future of your relationship. So even if the honeymoon phase is coming to an end or has come to an end, it doesn't mean your intimacy has to do the same. To target intimacy, target communicating love and admiration for one another, target the full spectrum of intimacy, and you're likely to see a positive impact in the bedroom as well. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily, and I'm a licensed professional counselor here at the Couples Workshop. I put out videos like this, focusing on quick tips to help you reconnect in your relationship. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.